Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a new Super 69 EV film. You're joining me in the traffic jam because if you're going to drive a lot during rush hour in the Netherlands, you will experience traffic jams. I'm still trying to configure what the best route is to my new work, and yeah, to be honest, Monday I got it pretty wrong. I followed the GPS because it told me I would have like 20 minutes delay if I took my preferred route. So I took another one and I had to pass Utrecht in the morning. You don't want to pass Utrecht on Monday morning. It's nigh on impossible to get through the traffic. So that's not good. But what is good is the BMW i3S. It's performing flawlessly. It's a great car. It runs beautifully. It's very silent. It's quick. It's economical. It's everything I need a car to be. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you about today. What I wanted to talk about is fundamentalists. At the moment in the world we have some people that are gluing themselves to paintings, sitting down on autobahns, gluing themselves to streets. It's like, yeah, I do understand we have to do something to make the planet we live on a better place than it is at the moment. But you should know you're not going to accomplish that by throwing tomato juice on a priceless painting or gluing yourself to the autobahn and causing... I even caused a major accident in Britain where the statement of the group, I'm not even going to name them, but the statement of the group basically said, you don't leave us any other choice than do these actions. And that's just not true. There are other ways to make a point, prove a point. And there are people that are saying, yeah, if we burn, every liter we now burn is lost forever, and is every liter of fuel, of course, is burned forever and is doing more damage to our planet. And be that as it may, it's impossible to think we could all be driving electric cars and hydrogen cars, if that's what you're into, and go by bicycle tomorrow, even if you wanted to. It's impossible. We invented internal combustion a bit over 100 years ago. It was something everybody wanted. It gave us range. It gave us personal mobility. It gave us the opportunity to build great things, lovely technology. It's all very it has evolved over the course of over 100 years. To think that you could stop that and have everyone switch to electric cars is impossible. That's wishful thinking at best, and it's just not going to happen. So you can be very fundamentalist about it and say everyone that drives a petrol or diesel fueled car hates the environment and is a criminal. Or you could try to start a dialogue and explain to people what maybe the benefits of driving an electric car are. Because there are some benefits, there are also some downsides. You have to be honest about that. The range still isn't optimal on most cars. If you want to tow a caravan or a big trailer, it's impossible. Might as well be honest about that. Well, it's not impossible anymore, but you're going to spend a lot of time at the charger. And if you tow that same caravan or trailer with a diesel-powered car, you're not going to be bothered about stopping anytime. So, like diesel trucks, still a necessity. Electric trucks are coming, but they're not done yet, so that will take some time. But what the funny thing is, if you watch to the politics of it all, yes, the governments are telling us that electric cars are a silver bullet to the environmental problems, but they're not. What would be way more efficient is if people would just start to focus on the things that are really going to make a difference, and that's not the people that drive diesel or petrol fueled cars. That is the industry. If you watch to oil tankers or aeroplanes or heavy industry like Tata Steel in the Netherlands, for example, if they would clean up their act, it would be way more beneficial than everyone switching to an electric car tomorrow. It's just a fact. No one wants to believe it. No one wants to see it. So you can be frank about it, and you can tell everyone that it's a good idea to just switch to an electric car. But if you just could convince the huge companies that are always out of sight that they should clean up their act and do a bit more for the environment, that would be way more beneficial. And the funniest thing is of those fundamentalists, those protesters, if you look at their Instagrams, half of them are doing city trips all over the world and are flying all over the world. Think about your carbon footprint about that. Well, flying isn't clean. It won't be for a very long time to come. It doesn't matter. We have to fly as a society, or maybe we don't, but everybody wants to fly, and if all the airlines go out of business tomorrow, that wouldn't be a very good thing. And it's still the most efficient way of traveling extremely long distances. So let's just say there are more solutions to global warming than just everyone switching to an electric car. And if you want to be in a discussion with people that are interested in solutions and are interested in talking about these things, then don't be a fundamentalist. Don't knock anyone for driving a diesel or a petrol car. They probably have a good reason to do so, and it's not for everyone to. Not everyone can go out and buy an electric car that fits their needs. If you drive a lot of kilometers and you don't have really a lot of money, then a cheap diesel car is still going to be your best bet at the moment, because that cheap diesel car might drink diesel that costs €2 a liter at the moment, but the cheap diesel car maybe only cost like €5,000 to begin with. Saying to someone like, yeah, but if you just buy this €60,000 EV or this €40,000 EV, then it would be way better for the environment, isn't only not true, but is also not going to help anyone, because someone that has €5,000 to spend and €2 a liter and can pay for the €2 a liter isn't necessarily going to be able to fork out $40,000 for an electric car. Plus, and all the EV fundamentalists don't want to hear this, EV cars aren't that clean to build. It's just fact. The reason I started driving an EV wasn't because I wanted to protect the environment. I had a diesel car at the time. The reason I started driving an EV was just plain old money. It was way cheaper to drive an EV. We're living in a weird world in the Netherlands where it's cheaper to just park your diesel car in front of the house, buy an electric car and drive that. You're still ahead than if you would just drive your cheap diesel car. And it's insane. So that has all to do with the road tax of diesel cars in the Netherlands, by the way. So let's just focus on what we can influence. Let's not be blinded by those stupid politicians that are telling everyone that they should buy electric cars and that's the solution to a cleaner world, because it's not. Let's just focus on, let's all fly a bit less. Let's focus on cleaning up industries, and then after that, maybe we can try to start convince people that they should leave their petrol and diesel cars. But and then again, one final word on this, because I have to say it, there are people that are knocking other people for loving classic cars or sports cars or Ferraris or Porsches or anything like that. Why? If everyone would switch to electric and a few people would still drive on a circuit with a big V12 in their Ferrari or a screaming flat six in their Porsche, that's not going to make a difference to the environment. That's not a problem at all. Period. So let's just be friends, everyone. Bit of another episode. I'm not sure if anyone likes this rant, but I had to get it off my chest. If you have watched it until now, thank you very much for watching. You're a legend. And I'll see you soon in the very next movie. Bye.